If you play DBD on controller, you need to change these settings. One of the biggest complaints with using controller on DBD is the button layout, and today I will help you change that. To change anything with your controller in DBD, you need to go to the settings in the bottom left, and then the tabs you need are the input bindings and controls. First, let's change your inputs, or the buttons you use to do certain actions. The biggest problem with the default controller setup is that healing survivors and actions like dropping a pallet are on the same button, which can cause so many issues in your game. To fix this, you need to rebind either the action or interaction button, which I recommend using Y or a triangle if you use the default settings. I'll show my preferred binds and controller layout near the end for those of you who don't use the default controls or want to change them. Next, if we go out of the input bindings tab and go into controls, this is where you can change your sensitivity for killer and survivor. Sensitivity is going to be personal preference, but I like having both of mine set at 100 for controller. I find this makes spins a lot easier and helps with my camera tracking. And here is also the interaction behavior option and run to cancel. I recommend putting the interaction behavior on toggle and turning on run to cancel. With this, you won't have to constantly hold the button to do actions like repairing a generator, and to cancel it, you just press the button again or run. Now for my personal controller binds. This is what I like to use, and I find it to be the best layout for me. I swapped crouch and run to make it more comfortable for me. Picking up items and certain interactions like healing are set to A or X on PlayStation. Actions like dropping pallets are done by clicking in the right stick. I find this really useful as you can always be using your camera while vaulting and using pallets. Skill checks and secondary actions are on the right bumper, and because we moved interactions to A, we need to move the ability buttons to X and Y. Everything else is default except moving the event ability to the left stick. And that's been my guide covering controller settings and my preferred button layout. If you enjoyed the video or used the settings yourself, consider liking and sharing this video with your DBD friends. Until next time, good luck in the fog.